big news with us is, talking about this past weekend at the IHSBCA convention. I unfortunately was not able to go because as I was driving up, the weather was pretty bad. There was a lot of snow, slick roads, so I didn't end up getting up to Chicago. But I know you guys had an awesome time. You talked to a lot of coaches with podcasts and things like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, they always take great care of us. Sean Freeman at Lane Tech and Coach Milano, who's the president of the IHSBCA now, they take care of us. They got us set up. We got 2 tables. We had a whole corner to ourselves. Like, it's legit. And it was really good to see, like, the rejuvenation of the convention. Like, I'll be honest, like, it was kind of, slowly trickling, like, downward with, like, attendance the last couple of years. And, like, this year, over 920 coaches were there. There was a ton of vendors were there. Really, like, great speakers were there, too. Like, Tony Vitello, the Kentucky coach, the Evansville coach. Like, it was just, like, a great vibe, too. Like, you could tell, like, people were excited to be there, and rightfully so. But, no, I thought it was awesome. A lot of great interactions with the coaches. Talked to old coaches, like old friends that we have already, and made some new ones, I think. And the biggest takeaway for me was the podcast that we were doing during the convention. A lot of compliments on that, and I think that'll be, we'll slowly start trickling that out. Well, actually, I'm not sure how we want to do it. I don't know if it'll be, we'll probably will do it like trickling it out, I would think. But great interviews, a lot of great information, kind of like previewing teams for the spring. Really easy way to, get that information too, instead of just like, obviously we send out a questionnaire, but just talking through it I think is really helpful and can kind of let them free up a little bit and give us more nuggets and information. But no, I thought it was awesome. I had a blast. That was also the first time that I went back for day 2. So that says like a lot about how just how well the convention went, that there was a demand for us to come back for the second day, which we haven't had to do before. So
yeah, no, I echo everything you said. For me, it was my second convention, and it was awesome. And I think, also special shout out to the coaches that did come on, that were willing to speak with us about their team. We totally understand it's early, so not all of the coaches we reached out to or any of the coaches we talked to at the convention might not have been as comfortable to talk about their team, and that's totally fine. There's absolutely no hard feelings there, and but it also, if there are any coaches that, hey, maybe we missed you, or maybe you weren't there, and you're really excited about your team for 2025, reach out to us. We'd love to, have a similar 10 to 15 minute quick conversation about your club.
Also fill out the questionnaire. We need all of those too.
Absolutely. But building off that, Saturday night they had the awards banquet at the convention, and our guy Drew Locascio was named the Media Relations Person of the Year for, as a liaison basically between, media and, high school baseball in the state. And it's a huge, huge award. Drew's not on right now to speak on it, but I know we're all proud of him. It says a lot, about him, about our company, and big deal. He was playing humble with us behind the scenes, but it's a huge honor for him, and speaks a lot about the person Drew Locascio is.
Well, now he's too big time to even join us.
Right,
apparently.
Right.
But no, like literally, you cannot. If there's one person in the state to win that award, like legitimately, it has to be Drew. Like
100%.
No one, like not even being biased, like no one in the state does as much as Drew for the high school baseball, being an outside company too. Like obviously all the coaches, and they're all amazing and they do an amazing job too, but being like in the position he is, like no one in that realm does as much as he does, and I think he deserves his flowers for sure.
And I think one thing that I was thinking about with this is like Drew is not someone who he doesn't like big awards like this. He's very humble about things, and he doesn't always get his flowers. He doesn't always get his credit for how much he does. So I was super happy for him that he got to he was awarded that the Media Relations Award, because it is a big honor that the Coaches Association felt that he deserved that. So I like we all said, and like you guys were talking about, I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. He definitely deserves it. But one thing that I wanted to ask you guys about, I know that we interviewed the coaches, some coaches on the podcast at the convention, but I think we interviewed the CEO of Black Baseball Media too. Is there anything you guys, who I don't know who did that interview with Drew?
It was me. I didn't say anything though. I didn't. Drew kind of he dominated that interview in a good way. No, he's awesome. Like what they're doing is amazing. And it's a no-brainer for us to go. They're hosting that little tournament. What was it? April 12th? Tyler,
it was sometime in April. The exact date has escaped me, but
yeah, don't quote me on that. We'll post it and we'll get all the right information out. But no, we are super fired up to be going to that. And yeah, they are doing an awesome job. Follow them on their social. I was just peeping them. They got like 4,000 or 5,000 followers on Instagram. They have a podcast too. Looks like they're putting out some good stuff. So yeah, they definitely deserve a shout out.
And we'll have that conversation with Ernest coming out here in the coming weeks on this podcast. It was a really good conversation, like Pete said, between him and Drew mostly. And it was a really good conversation. Special shout out to him that he was, eager to jump on and kind of talk about what they've got going on at Black Baseball Media.
And something cool with that too, I remember being at the convention last year, and I think that's what's cool about this convention is getting to see these vendors, getting to see these people that care about the game, all in that vendor room. And I remember last year, Pete, he came over, I think to you or to Drew, and started talking to you guys about what they do and who they are. And I personally did not know anything about them prior to this, but then, getting to have that conversation, you guys were talking to him and then relaying that information back to Tyler and I and Cronin and some of our staff members. But now getting to talk to him on the podcast, and here in hopefully a few weeks we can get that out on our YouTube, talking to him about his company and what they do and how we can benefit there. What do they have going on? A tournament, you said? Yeah,
they host I think they got 3 matchups. He said 3 matchups at Ozinga. Basically they got 3,500 fans last year and probably more this year. Yeah, I mean it's going to be cool. But they're growing too. I think they're going to San Diego. Nice. And maybe one other state too. Yeah, I remember talking to him last year too. I didn't know who they were. I loved what they were about, and I was really excited to see him walk up to us again this year and want to talk to us and get us involved with them, because I think we can help each other out. We definitely need to have a bigger presence in that in the city. So I think it just makes perfect sense, and it's gonna nothing but elevate both of us.
Just some more information on it. It is April 12th, Pete. I think that's the date you said. Held at Ozinga Field over there in Crosswood. 3-game set. You got Rich Township versus Ogden International. Then you got Lane Tech versus Homewood Flossmoor, and then Kenwood versus Simeon. So more information can be found on their website. It's just blackbaseballmedia.com.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the coaches for coming on our podcast throughout the convention, and we're excited to start rolling those out. I know we have quite a few of them. Drew is starting to upload some of the videos, so we'll get in there soon and getting those on our YouTube, and we'll probably add them to the end of a podcast, basically, as our guest interview at some point or something. But